Hello and welcome to more Captain of Industry with me, Wazations. So, last time was a fairly successful stream. Managed to make progress on iron, sorted out a lot of our issues, although we are currently having some more iron issues, hence the targeted mining of iron over here. We are also we're also progressing with the mining out up here. Got quite a lot of mining designated. We'll just need to eventually enable some what are they called, additional miners up there, and then might even build a mixed sorter up here. But yeah, the plan for today is I want to get more research going, aka more lab equipment being produced. Then we're going to enable research efficiency to increase the efficiency by 15%. Get the research going. Get construction 3. Once we've got construction 3, I want to be making the new build for assembly, for not construction parts as such, but the steel, because it's the same amount of steel to make. Sorry, it's slightly more efficient to make it via steel than it is via iron. As you can see, it's 12 to 30, and it'd be 15 iron. It'd be 24 iron versus 30 iron, so it is more efficient to do it via that. So that'll give us a saving. We do, of course, have to build all of this. And the assembly 3 does take the new construction material type, so we are going to have to figure out a way around that. It may even just have to be a temporary manual production, just while it's building the main thing, essentially. But yeah, that's where we stand. Sorry, I'm just a bit wriggly. Once we've got construction 3, we can't do large vehicles because we need to get salt and glass making first. They are both very expensive. So I'm probably going to go for something else first. Potentially wheat. Although that's really quite expensive as well. Maybe we will go straight for salt and glass. Equally, we might just go for... Oh. We could scour sour water. That'd get us a reduced amount of water pollution. Interesting. That might not be a bad idea. Plus then we can go for copper refinement, which means we use acid instead of water, which will give us an easier time on the waterfront. Although we do have the rainwater collectors currently doing their work. So yeah, we'll decide on that when the time comes. For now, we are just going to get going, and we are struggling with iron. For whatever reason. But if we can get that route through, it'll save a bit of time. Not that we really need to save that much time. Where are you? Oh, you're going to dig that. Okay, that's fine. Because I think you're prioritized on rock. Yeah, that's fine. That's a good way of doing it. We need our maintenance to be going up, really. Which just isn't currently happening. Where are you taking that cargo? Why? Why are you doing that? It's not helpful. I didn't realise it was doing that. Otherwise I'd have stopped that a while ago. Okay, cool. So we need 2,160. We've already done 612. 1548 divided by, I think it was 7 times 6. 1,326 research we still need. We have nowhere near that. We have 186. This is going to be one of those ones that we gradually do, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to have to build up a stockpile and then slowly, well, build up a stockpile, work on the stockpile, then build up another stockpile, and so on and so forth. Let it repeat like that. Problem is that we need... No, why are you going up? Need iron. So we'll dig that to that level and then we'll probably work on digging all this out. Still not enough maintenance. Hardly surprising. Yeah. Maintenance is dropping. So we're going to push some iron through. Try and keep it from dropping too far. Not sure how effective that's going to be, but still. Okay, good. Had a slight boost of machine part production, which is giving us a slight boost to maintenance. I'd dearly love to further reduce our maintenance. Usage. And so we've got 18 of these. What else? What else do we need to work on? Hello, another nerd. You win some, you lose some. And hello there, Sugarloy. Hello, is this the Krusty Krab? Wrong number. Joe's Pool Hall 8-ball speaking. Hello to the pair of you. How are you both doing? We're trying to stabilize another maintenance issue. Badly. Could be weekend already. Yeah, that would be nice. I don't think we'll quite make it up there, really. We may just have to work at eating it from down here, to be honest. Cut it out to this level. And then work on it. Oh well. Let's see if we can concrete some more areas. We may as well concrete this bit. And that bit. Hopefully it'll stick around for a while. It's all already done. Speaking of weekend, how was mine? Mine was alright. I went to a juggling thing. And yeah. Generally it was alright. It was all alright. Let's do that. We may as well make use of these machines while they're operational. It gets rid of some slag as well. Since we're then using it. Yeah, we juggled the time around. I think I might need to put a warehouse over here for saplings. Oh. Because then the actual thingies don't have to go as far. To be fair, at this point we could we could start to actually grow some trees realistically. Could genuinely start planting. And then have wood output. I think before we do that, we are going to get another tree planter, I think. But I think we are going to do it. I'm going to start on it now. Boom. Now, who is we? Do you want to share? What did I say? I don't remember what I said. Me and the people I go juggling with, I guess. Would be who is we? Well, yeah, there's more than just me that goes to these juggling things. You know? Right, we are starting to improve our... You're on to me. We are starting to improve our maintenance now that we have a bit of a more steady supply of iron. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Get that side if you can. How did that happen? Where's the extra one? Should be a spare. Sure, there's a spare. Maybe not. All right, that's a problem. Let's get them dug out. Here comes the rescue digger. Just as our maintenance was starting to look respectable again, we now have to dig through a bunch of iron. You know what? That's really annoying. Oh, but we are also out of coal. Is a thing to note. We also need a tree harvester as well, don't we? It would seem. For that area. Great. Seems like we need the iron going again. Did you have to do that? Spare to the end. I think I need more diggers. Or I need better diggers. Okay, yeah, we've not done steel smelting yet. I might start planning the steel smelting though. After all, I can be planning it, even if I don't end up sticking with it. It's going to be a pain. Okay, but 2 of them is good. Because they are going to be getting through reasonably soon. At which point these ones will start mining as well. Not a fan of the iron problem though. Just want to forestall judgment a little bit. Spiral starts spiraling, it really does. Jumps up on you quick. Wait, what? Why have you come and planted it over here? Huh? But you're assigned to this one. Huh? Why have you planted over here? Wait, were you not assigned to that one? No, you are assigned to that one. What are you doing here? Oh, don't tell me. Oh, they have to go all the way over there to get the bloody saplings. Right, we can't be having that. No. Yeah, I built a tree planter, but I was wondering why the other one came all the way over here and planted this. Because it doesn't make sense. We need iron. They are almost free. Almost, but not quite. I just want to make sure it doesn't end up causing problems with a lack of maintenance. Or we're digging this lot out. So close to being able to get through. Is that it? Are they no, they're nearly free. Getting closer and closer. Do you know what? I've never seen Braveheart. Oh, oh no, don't go that way, go that way. Please. Yes. Almost. Yay! They are free. Dobby is free. Oh, and they're blocked again. They're kind of blocked, but not blocked. Schrodinger's blocked. Don't know why they can't get to them, though. Don't fully understand why they can't get out. Or the trucks can't get to them. What? Do you mean they can't reach? Yes, they bloody can. There we go, recalculate. Anyway. You. So weird. So weird. %. They've got loads of food, so that's not an issue. do that to 120. We probably don't need more than that at the moment. Come on, wakey wakey. Good, they're working on it. Probably going to have some issues though. Escape. As long as one of them gets out, that's the main thing. Then it can free the others. Okie dokie, we are at the point where we are starting to see a little bit of an increase in the maintenance levels again. Generally speaking. But I don't think we're at the level yet where I can be refilling our storages. Of iron. Yeah, but I'm going to anyway. Because they're starting to go into the construction materials actually, yeah, so we are at that point. Once they start going into construction materials, we can start to save them up. You know, we're just going straight for 100 and... no, we'll go 140. That should get us the benefit we need. And we can then refill the belt quickly anyway. I'm not a fan of working in this cramped condition with this lot threatening to collapse around us, so I think I may actually just dig everything to this level. Ooh, no, I know what I can do. Dig everything to level 4 because that's where we're at anyway. Oh, but I don't want to do that just yet. Because that seems like a bad idea. At least until we've got this corner sorted. But you know, we can just mosey on out of here. Let's go and, I don't know, dig that quickly, just to get them out of there. And then we'll do that. can do that. We will work on a bit of both. We are on the rise for maintenance again a little bit, which is always a bonus. We're also going to try and build up in that one as well for the next time we spiral. Do you know what? Get surfacing. It'll mean we kind of churn through the slag a bit. Hopefully we'll be able to keep up so that this doesn't back up, but I'm not entirely convinced that we will be able to. To be totally honest. Although if we turn this one on as well, maybe. Maintenance is thriving. We're even getting some construction parts done. Haven't made no progress on the lab equipment, and that was the whole point of what I was trying to do today, was to get the lab equipment up and running. We just need to let the maintenance fully back up again. Yeah, a little part of the problem with this is that anytime the cliff falls down, we get stuck. Still need 20 vehicle parts as well. When we have 8. I'm going to boost this since we are really getting backed up now. Yeah, we are getting through the slag. which is good because we want to be getting rid of as much of it as possible to a useful thing rather than just dumping it, really. So I'm happy with that. Our boosting of vehicle of mechanical parts is allowing us to actually get some research and some vehicle parts being made again, which is always nice. Do just need to maintain this trajectory though of staying ahead. The curve, which we're not going to be able to do forever, at least. Because the coal mine is gradually going to get itself stuck. Good. I don't really know how you avoid that if you're digging into a mountain. I haven't exactly figured that part out. Ooh. Right, we have a woodcutter. Sorry, a tree harvester that can have one pickup available. And we'll just export to there. Sure. Come on, get away. Designations. As we fill up more and more of these bits, we're going to plant more and more trees. I also think we can start turning on research efficiency and actually getting some research being done. That's fine, you don't need to actually be working right now. Iron is still doing okay, so we're going to do what we can to get as far ahead on the other bits as we can. So if the more research we can get done, the better. Sorry, the more research, the more lab equipment we can get done, the better. Because then we're not spending as much time using the maintenance. It's just a constant draw. The longer we wait, the longer we take, the more we're going to lose to inefficiencies like that. Running low on coal. Oh, these are free now, so these should start digging through fairly quickly by comparison. I actually widen this a little bit so there's a bit more room for the swell of it all. So it doesn't push quite as much. Huh? Oh, you got yourself stuck, did you? Well, let's recover you. Apparently we need someone in there for that, but not to worry. Still making lab equipment. We've got plenty of construction parts too. Stored up now. You can go up there and start digging again. I have a small army of trucks up there. Okay, that's fine. Maintenance. Oh, I totally forgot. That's 21 years left. We are not in a good spot. I think we can boost another one of these, to be quite honest. I just want to be getting these other bits done as quick as possible, really. I mean, I know there's a reduced point to getting the vehicle parts for those, but at the same time it does mean we could potentially make another small excavator and pickup if we really needed to, if we can get that to 100. We're maintaining about 200-ish for research materials. Oh, we've hit a bit of a problem now with coal, so I'm actually going to stop. Do you have coal being brought in though? Might not be a bad idea to also have a coal maker situation going on over here. $189 research. Yeah, we can turn that boost off at the very least, and that boost. Not producing iron in vast enough quantities because of the coal. Okay. And we do want to be making sure the maintenance stays high. It's another reason I want to make sure we maintain a more steady stream of iron, which means a more steady stream of coal, which is unlikely. Yes. We will do that like that. That's got some in it. You two are busy working away. You are going back there for good. That's good. Research is going to be declining for a little bit because we have a coal problem. Really want to dig into that side as well. So we're going to. To heck with it all. So we've got, should have one on priority stone, two on priority coal. Oh no, we've got two on priority rock, so that we get through the rock a little quicker. That's probably not a bad thing. Yes, but we are going to be we are going to be struggling with coal for a bit. Maintenance is looking a-okay. We are on a dip of lab equipment again. Certainly don't need all of these running. And we are actually out of slag, basically. That is one way of getting through the slag supply, I guess. It's just pave everything. Sure, why not? It's probably not the right thing to do, but keeps the slag quantities low, and we get through some rock as well. We don't have to accept assigned only. Because otherwise we're not going to get rock through at all, really. Good, just the one not working. Iron is looking good again because the coal is looking good, so we can boost you. Probably time we upgraded this one. But let's start thinking about melting. So steel production, cooled caster, molten steel and water. More water. Yeah, that's irrelevant. So molten steel is made by oxygen furnace or oxygen furnace 2. So oxygen furnace, molten iron, and oxygen. Steel. Now the thing is, we are actually getting oxygen done up here. We have an air separator. We're just not using it because we aren't doing anything with the compost. Oxygen not included indeed. And an air separator is really expensive. I don't particularly want to make an air separator for this when I'm already going to have to use all the material I've got just to make one set of cooled caster and oxygen furnace. Because we're going to need a blast furnace into a cooled... No, into an... Blast furnace into oxygen furnace into cooled caster with a steel. Shouldn't actually be too difficult to make. So if we do that, set recipe, prioritize that and then that. No, that's copper. Sorry. That, then that. It'll, no matter which recipe it is, it'll be 24 molten iron out. Ooh, that's annoying. Also, that is backwards. So I don't want to overdo it, really. I might go one blast furnace for iron, one blast furnace for steel. Yeah, and then we've got, yeah, smokestacks on the outside. We'd have one, oops, two, you know what? Focus on one. One at a time. Because that's going to be what? 24 every 60 seconds out. That's 24 every 60 seconds in. So that'll be a 1-to-1. So I could quite literally just do that. Nope. Oh, I didn't realize you could do that once you'd placed it. Because now I can put the exhaust... Oh. Maybe not. I was going to say I can put the exhaust in the same place and only build one of them. It might still be not a bad idea to do that, to be fair. So that makes 24, that makes 18 or 24. So one smokestack, which is 20, would be probably cheaper. So if we do it... If we do it like that... Molten channel... I don't know what I'm going to do about the oxygen input because that is quite a long way, so that will probably actually cost quite a lot in pipe just to get it over there. I mean... I mean, looking at nearly 300. 300 pipe. 200 construction parts anyway. Just to get it over there. Which is almost the same as... It's not quite the same, but it's more convenient to have it over there, and then I don't have to have a giant pipe through the base. Oh, we're out of Unity. Oops. You don't need to be boosted. What's the problem? Oh, copper. What is the problem, copper? We're just not getting enough through. You're on rock, copper. Probably better if you're on copper as well, to be fair. There is actually copper under there, it's just very far under. Really, that should help a little bit. I'm going to pause that while we don't have the Unity. That's wasting research materials otherwise. Similarly, pausing that. We can just let the research build up again, I think. Right, anyway, back to this. I don't know. Oh, there's the air separator. I was about to say I don't know where the air separator is. What lessons have we learned up to today in POI? My plans always fail. And then I wish I'd not put it on such a difficult setting. So interestingly, it's actually the copper we need. They all need electronic parts. Or electronics, rather. I think we're way off that. I've also learned that I don't produce enough slag. Weirdly. Considering we're having a lot of problem with excess slag production, seem to not be having that problem at the moment. We'll let the Unity build up again. Electronic parts, or electronics rather, are being made. Okay, I'm just going to focus on this. So there was a contract of rock for fuel gas. Gotta be reputation of at least 2. Ugh, how do I do that? 120? I don't think so. But I think we might have to. 16 years left on the oil. Dawdling air separator. I need to stop dawdling. So let's do the bit first that I'm alright with doing. What the... What? That's not where I clicked at all. So that'd be like that. Slag would come out and do whatever it needs to do. I think actually I'd like to dig it to +2. Oi. I'm gonna forego that just now. We will get to it. But I actually want to make a crack at that. Why are you sitting there crying? The reason I'm doing it like this is because I don't want to dig up the extra rock under there, if I can help it. You can get to the iron without doing it, that's then great. But rock, I'd rather not. Just got to deal with a spam bot. Likely ban evader restricted. Oh. It's the same person, but it got in twice. I just delete the messages. Yeah. Well, very much dislike scam/spam bots like that. Whoever made them would just fuck right off. No one likes those people. They're a scourge, that type of person. Anyway, you're getting a bit too grumpy there, so I'll restrain myself. I know you lot probably didn't see it, but I'm very much opposed to that type of thing. Anyway. So then it would be cooled caster. Which would be what? 1? Gives you molten steel 12. That one uses 12. That's probably as good as you're going to get it, to be fair. How much air do you use? Oxygen do you use? 18 per 60, and you can make 36 per 60. So one of these could actually get 2 of these going. Might not be the worst idea to do, to be fair. At least to plan out the space. Which would mean probably getting rid of that. Moving it back a smidge. Need a gap of 2. Okay. That should do it. Copy. Didn't mean to bring a load of the a load of those settings, essentially. Didn't intend to bring them. So I reckon that'll be fine. And then we just I don't know, but either bring the slag out the back or something. Then we are gonna need some water to be fed into this, along with oxygen. So we're gonna put, what are you gonna need? You're gonna need Well, I've just noticed that we're actually doing alright on the old research front. I'd love to get that research efficiency up. Let's temporarily get rid of the fuel one and go for the research efficiency. Then go for actually doing some research. Then we want pipe. 1, 2, pipe, pipe, because then they don't connect together. And oh, what? Oh, that didn't connect in the way I wanted it to, really. Let's go. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to redo this. So let's go pipe. Like that. Pipe. Like that. Then pipe. Pipe. Like that. Oh, no, I didn't mean to make that go up. Pipe across. Get rid of that part of the pipe. Construct that. Connect. Come on. Come on. Connect that like that. Ugh. What is happening? Copper's not looking great. Because we just don't have copper, because we've got another slide going on. Yeah, out of maintenance. And pray tell, where are we digging? We're digging there. We will get to them eventually. It will take a while, so can't assign another one because I don't have another one. They're also stuck. That's the problem with these avalanches. Oops. Is they completely ruin me. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, crying out loud. All of my excavators basically, please tell me at least one hasn't. Okay, that one hasn't. Has either trapped themselves. Loud. Right. You get a bonus one for a little bit. Are your goat excavators a true marvel of nature? Hello there, Liam. Yes, I'm stuck. Help me, Step Captain. Hello there, Nico. How are you doing? Why? I think a quick tip is forcing the excavators to move to empty their buckets. If I do that, get rid of all of that, and then just make them focus on getting out of here. And then the problem is they're stuck. They've actually bloody well buried themselves. Thing is, where if you force them to move, where do they empty their buckets? Like, does that just get lost, that material? Oh, that one can reach over the wall. Just up and vanished. Well, I suppose since it's only rock anyway, it doesn't matter. That it vanished. And at least it can be dumping outside the wall, the collapse. I don't think you've got a truck to assist you, have you? No. How are you doing though, Liam, and how are you doing? Nico, playing some Minecraft? No thinking, just mining. Yeah, fair enough. I take it you're not particularly constructing anything then. You well, got the tiling done? Ooh, nice. You're one step closer to being able to stream. Yeah, let's give it those 4. Right. Steel. Actually, we don't think we want to do that. That as well. You know what, you can have a couple more trucks. Oh, this is what I mean by it's a little expensive for me to get to the big, large vehicles. So it costs me, get out of the way, 1,800 to do salt, 1,800 to do glass, and then 2.16 to do large vehicles. Now, bear in mind that on average, over the last 100 years, I'm making about, oh, I don't know, over the last 100 years, maybe 144 every, I don't know, 10 years or something. Really not a very high production. The peak is 276. That's 120. It's averaging 12 a month or something. And part of that is because copper is running out because they're playing Mountain Goat. I mean, that one's not even got anything in its bucket. But it can't mine. But I'm in the middle of redesigning this, so I'm just going to let the inevitable death spiral happen. No, I'm kidding. How do we get out of this? I'm going to have to release some equity. Right, you're at capacity. I think we're going to have to pause research production for a little bit. Oh, we do actually have workers in that building now. So we can recover. Come on. Get recovered. Where are they? Where are my excavators? I mean, oh, there they are. How did they get away from me? Oh well, no idea. Really, that's what you decide to mine. I think I need to do that and then just let the rest of this sit there. Excavators. We do still have research. We're getting close to construction 3. Now, I was thinking I may actually go towards organic fertilizer, but the amount it would actually cost to do that, I think I'd actually be better off doing No, that was it. I was going to do recycling. That's what I was going to do, is I was going to do recycling so that I can actually get some iron and copper back from recyclables, because Clearly this isn't very efficient. Yeah, recycling is big for me. I don't think I can get coal from recycling, so that's a little bit of a downer, but it's not the end of the world. Copper scrap comes from waste plant. Iron, copper, aluminium, gold, and broken glass. Yeah. Yeah, that's my thinking, is with my yield, anything helps. You know? Because I can then start getting recyclables from just existing. I just realised 13 years on my oil. Yeah, if I can get what are we looking at? That one. Iron scrap. If we can get anything. Recyclables comes from research lab. Shredder. Oh, I thought I could get them from... Oh, there we are. Recyclables collection. Which is from... I don't know which research. It might actually be the same research. It's biomass collectors. Which I can burn for more steam. And eventually use to clean sour water to get water back. How it works, you produce scrap in buildings and the scrap may contain any of the parts you invested into it, so you should get either iron or copper scrap. That totally makes sense. Honestly, would be great. I just need to free these diggers and whatnot. Gonna get a bit of copper, which is fine because I've got a mining priority set of diggers, whereas one that is on rock. So they will start to boost the copper production by a fair amount eventually. And I'm sure it used to show the... I thought it showed the boost. Oh, there it is, yeah. Cheaper research and maintenance, exactly. Oh, do you get it from maintenance as well? Or can you get it from maintenance? Is that what the research does? I'd also like to find out... settlement recycling is all the way over here. Okay, so that's going to be a while yet. I didn't know maintenance... Yeah, yes. That's going to be good. I kind of need to try and design that into the build, don't I, really? For the rebuild, because I'm going to be rebuilding this so that the electronics, the vehicle the mechanical parts are done a bit more I want to say efficiently, but it's not really efficiently, is it? I guess a bit more directly. So it goes for making the mechanical parts specifically needed for this. Because we only actually have a need of quite a lot, apparently. But we'd need 24 of those, which is really one set of steel. So we make that really quickly because that's just one input's worth from assembly 3. That's the mechanical parts sorted. Then it would be the electronics, which were a little bit more awkward because there isn't really a better way of doing it. I mean, we'd only need 12. So a single assembly 2 with rubber and copper being fed in. Okay, so that's actually much easier than I was expecting. So all I'd need is this, a warehouse for both types, and then an assembly 2 for both types, and just keep them fed. Okay, that's actually a lot better than I was expecting. You know what? You can be paused. You can be paused. 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 Just so you're not eating more. Maintenance, and my pickups are using a heck of a lot. Still. They're almost free. Well, you may as well be paused. Okay, well, we're almost out of lab equipment. And I honestly think it's going to be a while before we see any more. Which is annoying because we are actually fairly close. The grand scheme of things. So if we clear that and have a look, we'd need 2160 minus, would be, well, 1828. So we still need 332 lab equipment if we don't take into account the efficiency. So let's get rid of that. So 332 divided by 7 times by 6 is 284. We still need 284 lab equipment, which actually isn't that bad. We could force that through. Good. Does concrete mixer 2 provide? Is it just faster? Yeah, it looks like it's just faster. Okay. Yeah, so this build was mostly a waste. I overestimated what I'd need. Alright. Alright. Let's think. Do I just try and blast the research through? Yes. Absolutely. The quicker we can get this research all done, the better. And yes, I know it's a bit of a silly thing to do when we're struggling to get the maintenance going, but I'm going to have to turn that off. Population is fine. Population. Yes. Pause you. We don't want you using these inefficiently. So that means we get more unity. We're also just going to push through all of the copper we've got. Because I want this research done. I want it done quick as well. Stop the boost because we're about to run out for some reason. Oh, we haven't got enough water. But we do have enough water. What? Electricity. Hmm. Yeah, we're going to be having some major problems. Maintenance should be slowly rising. Generally across the board. We need 300 and odd out of 516. We're making 480, so we should be outpacing the maintenance that we need. We're already up to 94 out of the 284. 55%. 54, 55, 56. Like it takes 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I might boost it quickly. Or briefly, rather. Give you a boost. We'll get there eventually. Right, let's stop boosting. So that's actually gone up. Weirdly. I'm not going to complain, but it's just unexpected. I don't care that you're broken. In all honesty. Ooh, iron has finished mining. So I'm just going to mine another 2 bits. And then we're going to continue to mine that way. Like so. Maintenance is almost on the up and up. I think we're only just balancing. It says we're at 300 odd out of... I don't think I can make enough maintenance, you know, to keep up. I don't think I can do it. at the moment. Largely because of the pickups. They're taking 98. But I don't know how else to do this. We've also not had much dirt deposited, I have to say. Oh, we're out of coal. Oh good, are they playing Billy Goat again? Oh, surprisingly not. Oh, I just wish I hadn't put this massive pile of my own rubbish on top of the blooming coal patch. Thing is, the pickups are actually mostly dumping at this point. That's the thing. We're about halfway through the amount of research we need. I'm also going to stop boosting that because we have a coal problem. Anyway, while we're waiting for things to sort of catch up. What do I need to do? Which button is it? I always forget. What is it? R? Yeah, there we go. Because then that one is water. Oops. That one is oxygen. Now then, that's a thought. How do you feed in both iron scrap and iron ore in as well as coal? Well, there's only two inputs. Oh, I wonder actually. I wonder if I can do that. Have a connection there. Have a loose storage. I don't know. Oh, actually, let me give it that. I don't need that twice. Let me do this like so. U-shaped balancer. What? It's been blocked by blast furnace. I'm trying to connect to the blast furnace. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that might do it. Let's push back a smidge. Push that back a smidge, and that one. Then we can do that. Enforce strictly even outputs. And then let's put a loose storage in for iron scrap, and then loose storage in for iron ore. And let's do priority in of recyclables, or recycled scrap rather. Then my brain is struggling. Yes. Then we want to make sure we can actually get the slag out. So it would be out like so. And then copper. Not copper. All in. So actually, I don't want you built. They could dump with less driving, but I'll stop pestering for it. Oh, that is a good point. That is a good point. Mixed belt, you can feed iron and scrap. That one. Yeah, that's what I've just tried to do there. Good point. Hello there, Haramesu. How are you doing? How's it going? I'm not actually sure what I can connect together, really, to be honest. Because the coal has to go all the way there, all the way over there. All the way over here. So that's a lot of belt. But I suppose it is technically more efficient. See, that's the thing. I need to rebuild stuff. The only reason that they're this close is because at the time I couldn't really build any more trucks. Whereas now I've got an abundance of them, it would seem. Actually, it's reduced. The amount of pickups has actually significantly dropped. You can get coal to the smelters and plates off copper. Yeah, I suppose I could belt that all, but that belt would need to go all the way over here. I think I'm going to wait until I can rebuild it, because I'd quite like to rebuild in this area. And the problem is that it's not ready yet. And this area is going to be for this, like this whole side is going to be for trees. Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen, but I've got a massive dumping field here to try and expand the island, with the intention that I can use this to do everything eventually. And then I can just belt it all over here, get all of the products piped and belted over here, and it's all close, and then I can just keep it all self-contained. It's the idea, at the very least. But obviously this is going to take quite a while to fill. Yeah, I'll have a look at the belt costs. So let's have a think. That would be... Actually, it doesn't cost really any more to go high. So, all the way... Nope, not like that. Actually, you know what, let's go off to the side first. Still on even ground. Rather not be building onto the side again. Go! I don't know why that was doing that, but... Oh, why? I also didn't see how much that was going to cost. $219. Construction 2. Just for that one belt. $219. That's more than I actually have saved at the moment, and that's from all of like that. Yeah, that's quite a lot. 219 to there. Branch off or something here. I actually can't even connect to that one because the hillside is in the way. But that would be another 100 just to connect from there. Then you'd be looking at might. You just twizzle the way I want you to twizzle, please. That's another 158. So it cost 158 plus. So it cost 350 of the yellow. at least. Which actually might be cheaper. Right. We're almost there with the research, so I'm just going to let it go. We just need another like 80, less than 80. It's more that I'm about to move all of this anyway. That's part of it as well, is that once I've got... Well, am I about to move it? Once I've got this construction and the assembly 3, I'm going to be rebuilding a lot of things. So I'm going to be building them in a new area, which means that then those belts become pointless. I could have, if I'd done it a long time ago, then yes, that would have definitely been much more efficient. But because I'm redesigning things around this steel smelter now, and I'm also going to get my copper smelter, an iron smelter, a copper smelter, have all of the smelting done sort of as a block, and just because then I can have the coal going to one place. I can have my recyclables done behind it that feed in. Just need the space to actually build it and the research to finish. So on that, I think I can set research efficiency and just go, go, go. I'm basically just going to have to push hard for the things I need. And I do need to make a serious decision whether I'm going to do salt and glass making or go for recycling. Sorry, salt, glass making, large vehicles, or just go for recycling first. And maybe even go for organic fertilizer before that. Oh, maybe even water. So many choices. I had a goal at the start and now I've gone and messed it up in my head. Let's get that 960 maintenance out. See how much of a difference it makes. The machine's breaking down. Yeah, probably recycling. Okay, mechanical parts are running dangerously low. Move that back a little. So we're then going to deal with the slag, I don't know, out here somewhere. That is going to require us actually dealing with it. Going to need coal to be... Oh, how do I do coal? Something tells me I'm going to need to do something like this to get a bit more working room. So if we go, I don't know, if we go like that far back, does it actually make a difference? Oh, it does. Can actually get past. So that's gonna be the steel setup. I know I've got to feed in water and oxygen, but I can add those bits in later. What I'm actually interested in next is one of these will do 24 iron plates. Every minute. Weirdly, the electronics are actually full. Which doesn't make any sense to me, considering how much of an issue we've had with copper. I mean, we're about to have an issue with the iron and coal. So that's fine. What else can steel be used for? Well, we're going to use one of them for the mechanical parts by itself. Excuse me. Which means the second one can be used for everything else that we are actually going to use it for. So like the construction parts 3. So we'd have 9 left over a minute. Make it 5 left over a minute. Yeah. 2 of those would actually be plenty for now. And we could still have mechanical parts just being directly made. So what I actually want to do probably is a flat balancer. Priority of the top one. Then I probably want a unit storage. On that side, unit storage on that side, with That one being the priority out, because that's going to go to the mechanical parts. So they can both feed into the mechanical parts primarily. Then we're going to need the assembly 3, but it's the same basic principle. We don't need much in the way of belt for that. That's only going to feed this one, so we don't mind if we completely lock it off, to be quite honest. And if we do it like that, we can actually get a faster throughput. Oh, that's fine. I'm just going to temporarily do that. That's going to give us mechanical parts, which I'm going to have another unit storage for. Again, no need for belts because it's only for this. Then we're going to need maintenance depot 2, of which we do need to feed in. Recyclables will come out and loop back around or something. Still got the 15% extra. Good. And the extra mechanical parts can go to research, etc. It's totally fine. We'll deal with that later. For now, we want the copper, which is a whole long line anyway. Do I just want to nick that double copper setup? I don't need the double copper setup, do I? Don't have enough coal for it for a start. You produce 24, which means 24 a minute. You consume 12 a minute, which means we can consume 24 a minute with these two. You consume 24 a minute, which means, and then we produce 19 and a half. Oh, that's a really awkward number. And copper is used. Ooh, but are we gonna? Oh, that is more efficient. I was not going to do that for a while because I thought it was the same. But we actually do save on the copper if we do acid, which is from the mixer, which is from the mixer of glass making. And the sulfur we can get from sour water stripper, which I actually can't remember where that was. I was looking at it the other at one point. Thinking, ooh, that's actually going to be really good. Sure, I saw it. Oh, sulfur processing. Ah, but that is actually a way off as well. It'd be good to get. So maybe recycling after construction 3. Sulfur processing into copper refinement 2. might be the way, which means we might need to hold off building this until we get, because we are kind of close. Kind of close to getting construction 3, and then getting recycling won't be too much longer. The problem we're having is a lack of iron again, which is a lack of coal. Oh. 7.3 years. Do you know what would really help? Is if I had this coal mine too. So my input would be consistent and steady. I think I can afford to let a bunch of iron through for a little bit. Almost there. And I probably do just need to get straight on with an assembly 3. Which means I need to use an assembly 2 that it already exists, manually feed it both of those, and then manually move the construction part 3s out so that I can get an assembly 3 up and running to make steel. But part of the problem is I've got to figure out where I'm going to put all this, because this still isn't done. How much belt is it doing? So I've got 6.3 on pipes. Pipes are actually my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th high. No, that can't be right. Oh no, it goes across like that. Okay. Oh, I thought pipes were my 5th highest user of maintenance, but no, thank gosh. Definitely the pickups though. Could use up to 167. Good God. Yeah. Okay, that puts it in sharp relief. Puts it quite sharply just how much of an effect the pickups are having on my maintenance. How do I resolve this then? I know that I can put belts and stuff everywhere, but expense. Annoyingly, the copper is so close that I almost don't want to rebuild it, because oh, the research is done. Excellent. I can make dirt. No, I think I'm gonna go, excuse me. I think I have to go recycling. I think I have to go recycling because while these other ones are going to be useful, I think recycling is going to have the biggest impact, because I'll be able to get things back. Yeah. Yeah, I think it has to be. Although that is really expensive, so once I've put that down, that is not moving. Things will need to move around that. Yeah. That decides it. We're doing the recycling because that is just expensive. So we're going to get the most benefit out of it by doing it earlier. Is my logic there? But we have both of these now done. So we've got the assembly 3 that we can plonk down. Assembly 3, set recipe, get rid of that one. Change it to that one, because that one will be enough. It's almost going to be worth just getting this set up straight away. How much is this to actually build? 100. Oh, that's actually 80 of those, so I think we might change this recipe and set it to... We set it to this. Construction parts 3. We're going to have to get this up and running anyway, so I think we need to finish designing and then choose where to place this, because it's not going to live here. It's probably going to live over here. You'll now visit your bed and do the sleepy thing. Let's see if it works. Good night, Shikaloi. Thank you for being around. I hope you sleep well. And I hope sleep comes quickly to you. You may as well be paused. This one is nearly out. Maintenance is once again on the rise, which is good. Partly because we forced through a bunch of iron to give it a chance to catch up. Just got to let a bit more iron filter through. Right. I'd really like to know 2,120, you say? Only 6 years left on that oil. So that lot... Oh, that lot would actually fit on what has already been done. Right. We're going to set this to layer 2 because we're not going to plant trees on this side. I've made the decision that this side is going to be the greenery, the green stuff. And then this side can be the non-green stuff. Eventually I'll build out and I'll fill in this middle area, but I want to sort of cap this end off and then I can build a new set of various things further out before I then fill in this middle bit. So I think dumping designation, we're gonna update this to be like that, in all honesty. It's contrary to what my plans were going to be, but overall, I think going for the 2 height is going to be the better option. Since we're doing the other side as the growing zone, you lot are going to get stuck, and I don't want that. You've already got stuck, haven't you? Jesus Christ. Oh, for crying out loud. Away with you. Away with you. Away with you. Away with you. Manually move every one of them away. Oi, 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 oi. Back off. Oh, there's a lot of them here. I was done, but this is, oh my gosh, there is just a pile of them. Go away. Hooray! Oh, you are actually... You are stuck on your own little island, are you? Well... Oh well. You'll get released eventually. Probably not in the not too distant future, to be fair. Because they're going to fill along here first. So you might actually be freed sooner than you think. Look, Ma, I burned 100 points. Indeed you did. Should really do something about my channel point stuff. Alright, you're out. Which means I can stop doing that. Which means I can do that again. I really hate the coal problem. See, the thing is, I could just set up a very quick and dirty iron to steel smelter, but then that costs me a lot of resources to do, of which I only get a small amount back if I move it. I'd rather not have to move it anytime soon, but I do also want steel up and running. Ideally, I'd like to build this. But I want to build it near where I'm going to build the recycling plant. The only problem is I have absolutely no idea how big the waste sorting plant is. Oh, we can use biomass to make steam as well. They're all just ending up over here, aren't they? The pickup's really dropping off in terms of domination of thing, just because we're not actually using them as much. For one reason or another, we're not using them as much. Machine parts. Machine parts. The efficiency is going to suck if I don't do this. Well, I suppose at least we only have to fill one layer. Rather than, I don't know, 30. At least for now. Oh. Oh, we've got enough wood. Get you turned on as well then. Churn out some more coal from here. Actually start making use of this extra wood from over here. I think what I might need to do is have one up here and one down there. I have a charcoal burner over here somewhere. Because it's probably using more maintenance to take it over here. Actually, plus we probably just want to burn a lot of it anyway, so these can be cut down and reused, which is the point of it, is to be more efficient. More efficient with our limited resources by using renewable. Is the idea, at least. I think I may just build another set down there, to be fair. Not sure quite where, but I think we will. Could probably build it on this beachhead, to be fair. Because then I wouldn't actually even need to use a truck to get it over. Could just do... do that. You only produce 6 steam, 6 smoke rather. And you'd need what? 12 every 40? No, 18 every 60. And... oh, God. I can't work out how many trees that would be. 1 divided by 0.0762 would be every 13 trees would produce 1 wood every 60. This would take 18. Oh my god. Times 18. So to be able to produce 7.5 coal per minute, we would need 236 trees. Wow. That is not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, how many are we on? What? Call it a 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 236 trees. So we've got 4 by 13, was it? 4 by 13 is 52 trees. At most, 52 trees in this bit. So we'd maybe get 1 coal maker's worth out of this lot. Out of all of that. Yeah. This is starting to feel like it's not going to be worth it. And that's the most efficient tree. Four and a half years. Oh, good. I mean, this might stand a chance, actually. Get rid of the total consumption. Mining accounts for actually not a lot of it. Of the production. We actually have about 30, well, 20 production. Average. Maybe something like that. About 20 production average from the trees. That's doing 7.5 times 3. Interesting. That one actually can't harvest fast enough. Sorry, can't be used fast enough. That is interesting. Every now and again we do get a burst from mining. Take out mining. I mean, it was a lot of coal back here, but recently, not so much. Cool. Oh, but that might just be because we're not... Yeah, that's just because we're not mining coal. Not that we don't need the coal, it's that we're just not mining it. So we still need it. Well, we've kind of done what I planned to do, in that I've started designing the next stage. We've got the research done for steel and these things. So at least on that front we are. I've fulfilled my promise. I think it's time to start. Oh no, it's not quite time to start filling that in yet. Still not filled in the other bit, but we can take that and place it. And I'd kind of like to place it a little bit further away. I think I'm going to place it starting about there. We just need a little bit more filling in of the terrain. Still 1.7. 132, that's actually full. Which means it's almost at the point where we're producing enough water to actually feed into the main system. You trapped yourself. I'm quite surprised that you've managed that, but whatever. You know what, I don't think we need to bother with all of this just yet. So we want to sort of prioritize getting this first bit done. Keep that there for future, but we're disconnecting it so that we can just prioritize this initial bit. If we can get this square done, it'll make a big difference. I think even cutting it off there or something, it's probably going to be a good idea. Make this a little wider. Using the ones that are going to focus on coal, obviously. Just a constant close cycle of maintenance at the moment. Weird how that is the quicker route rather than that. But, ah well. Yeah, okay, mining makes up the bulk of our coal production. I mean, I always knew that, but yeah, it's quite obvious, isn't it? I mean, the renewables are definitely helping. They're taking some of the burden. Yeah, there goes all of that wood, which means this will probably have stopped burning quite so effectively. Yeah. But that's fine, that is the point of it, is to be used and burnt. I do want 2 more water collectors though. Considering just how close we are to actually being kind of... Ooh. Was that sustainable with water? Oh, not really. It's got a lot of catching up to do. We may actually have... Oh no, we've... Yeah, we don't have much of a storage. We'll keep 100 wood back. Maintenance is back on the rise now that we actually have some coal again. I'm going to start slowly bumping up my iron storage. I don't know why I need to upgrade the concrete mixer. I don't think I do, so I'm going to leave it. Seven maintenance. Oh. Oops. Forgot about that. Have you trapped yourself? Ah, thankfully no. Oh, it's just there's only one pickup going back and forth, right. Okay, that's fine. We're nearly done with... In fact, we are done with that now. really can't decide how I want to build this. So I think since I can't decide, I'm going to stop there for now. One final check, 2 years left. I'm going to stop there for now. I did get what I wanted to do done, technically, because I wanted to get construction 3 done and make a start on designing the steel. Now I've designed the steel for the most part. I just need to hook up the output of the slag byproduct, hook up what was it, oxygen in and water in. We just need to hook both of those up and then we are good to go on that front. So it's just a case of doing that and then deciding where I'm going to put it, because I'm not going to move it for a very long time, I imagine. So I don't want to just rush putting it down, and because I want to build it over here, because this is where my processing is, like all of my production is going to move, so that I've got more space for, I don't know, other stuff. Growing trees, for example. So I could turn this whole thing into forest by ripping up the concrete. Yeah. I sit on a throne of rubbish. But yeah. Despite a few hiccups, today's been actually alright. Shame I didn't... Well, actually, I'm kind of glad that we figured out that I'm going to be building over here, so I can bring that up to the same height. What I can eventually do as well is, once all the production is over there, I can bring the additional rainwater harvesters into this side, so they're facing this way. Gradually, I can bring the dock out and stuff. So yeah, I'd say we've made okay progress today. A little bit stop and start, but I've at least managed to decide what my next research is after completing the previous research. We did have to kind of bully our way through it quite a lot, but we are there, and we've ended where things are fairly stable in that regard. So, if you've made it this far on YouTube, I will say thank you very much for joining. Very, very impressed you've made it this far. So far, nobody has. That I'm aware of. But yeah. For YouTube, thank you very much for joining. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, or night. No matter what time of day it is, I hope you have a wonderful one of it. And if you've enjoyed it and made it this far, consider subscribing so that you can see the next releases. I also stream on Twitch, if you didn't already know, on Monday evenings primarily. So, see you later, YouTube.